Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it. Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it. Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it. Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, okay. I'm smart too. Anywho, leaving the serious and structured grounds of Capricorn, we can now sense a blow of the wind that give us flight to the next of the astrological signs, Aquarius. Later in the video, we will shed light on some things this Aries sign can use to further empower its greatest potential. But for now, who is Aquarius? Spanning the degree period between 300 and 330, Aquarius is represented by the water-bearer Ganymede, a beautiful Phrygian youth who was the son of Tros, the king of Troy at the time. While tending to the flocks on Mount Ida, Ganymede was spotted by Zeus, who fell in love with him. Okay, Zeus. Taking an aviary form, Zeus flew down to the mountain to whisk Ganymede away to the heavens. From that point on, the boy served as a cupbearer to the gods of Olympus. Oh, so you just wanted a slave. Born between the calendar period of January 20th and February 19th, Aquarius's water-bearing symbol may often lead to the perception that it is a water sign, when in fact it is the third and last of the air signs. Aquarius is a mystical healer who bestows water or life upon the land. As the most humanitarian of the signs, Aquarians are revolutionary thinkers who support changes through operations of radical social progress. Aquarians have a universal nature like Capricorn, with a rebel heart that lays the path to a free-spirited, eccentric energy that builds against authority and markers of conventionality. For instance, Oprah, an Aquarian, would wear this description well, as she has identified with the ideals of free thinking, where she herself has used her own media platform to promote the discussions of other spiritual ideologies and studies. She has supported this trait through many of her projects. For instance, she currently has her Super Soul Sunday show, which broadcasts on the OWN network, where she makes it a point to ask her guests who or what they identify as God. Side note, this is her own created network, which is a perfect platform for an Aquarian to express themselves with no interference. I'm sure if she could, and her bank account says she could, she would go to every Aquarian and say, "You get a network, you get a network, you all get a network." Please don't do that. Their free-thinking formation is built on the ruling planet Uranus, as Uranus allows for the study that there are infinite possibilities in all things seen through the lens of point of view. As a visionary, nonconformist Aquarians set the stage for truth and wisdom, a stage they often set for themselves, where they can orate and implement their own plans for widespread reform. Plans like this often take center stage, while leaving the importance of family and friends in the dark, as they take on the quality of being aloof and distant. And there is a need for a micro-level progression, as there are many important things outside of personal agenda. So dear Aquarian, just remember, it's not just you. You have other people, friends, family. So just take your time, Little by little, you'll get it done. Anywho, I can definitely relate to this. A friend's father, an Aquarian, made it a point to take to his own stage of sorts that inevitably drew him to a more distant place, leaving his family in the dark for greater things as they saw, subsequently leaving his family with no real explanation. You gotta love fathers. Aquarians draw from Uranus's erratic notions to break resistances as they travel along a stubborn streak toward righteous conviction. This is actually an Achilles heel for Aquarius, which can explain the Aquarian's governing of the ankles. So it may be safe to say the god Achilles was an Aquarian himself. The convictions and missions of Aquarius are quite strong, and they find enjoyment with ideas of teamwork and community, especially when in the company of like-minded individuals, of course. Deep in conversation, some may often find Aquarians being drawn to injecting conversations consisting of the values of science and extrasensory power, commonly referred to as ESP. They would probably love Jean Grey and Professor X from the X-Men, as they are known for their telepathic powers used to read minds and thoughts, amongst other powers. As the 11th in line, the Aquarian energy is related to the age period between the ages of 70 to about 77, where there is a lacking interest in earthly things and a possession of a more carefree, childlike energy that is also possessive of a wise attitude towards life. Example, Ellen, an Aquarian, is quite indicative of this as she has built the foundation of her whole career on fun, laughter, and the lighter things in life, with an almost wise and I've been there before type of disposition. Now, as she would say, let's dance. I mean, if you have a family member or friend in that age group, you may notice a calming and less stressed approach to life, as this is a reflective trait of Aquarian energy. I mean, at 70 years old, like, you don't really care. Can't nobody say anything to you? But Aquarians need plenty of space to roam. But unlike a child, this space to roam is less physical and more psychological, as they need their quiet time for reflection and the forming of ideas. So never think they've gone vegetable mode, as they are most likely envisioning their participatory role in the revolutions to come, accompanied with a rocking chair and a cup of warm milk. Ideally, freedom is the ultimate goal here. A freedom to allow for erraticism and eccentricity, warding off any challenges thrown their way, as they see these as secret, covert attempts to control their independence. Ain't nobody trying to control y'all. Aquarians strive for the quirk, and to gain their trust and attention, one must allow them to approach life with full-on nips to the wind. Ain't that right, Patricia Bright? Aquarians are no fans of monotony and need to allow their freedom and imagination to run free. Whether it be Oprah's boisterous personality, oh my God, Ellen's need to get everyone dancing, The Weeknd's quirky hairstyles, or even the late XX Tentacion's face full of tats, they require freedom of expression. The joys of life are important as well as an ease of life, as stressful scenarios may make way for more erratic behavior that would warrant their disappearance from the mortal world. Temporarily, anyway. I mean, they got to keep going on telling people they wrong, right? With their promotion of high ideals and value and universal truth, their objective nature gives the appearance of a cool demeanor, casting an idea that they lack emotion or are rarely bothered. I mean, if you looked at Aquarians like Oprah, Ellen, or even Ed Sheeran for that matter, they just seem happy, They just seem to never look bothered or stressed or anything. They must be smoking that good, good. Aquarius has little time for emotion as they seek wisdom and are often drawn to understanding the dark qualities of others, as this is a trait not common to Aquarius. I mean, if that's your interest, you probably would be fascinated by Scorpio. You never know. Go check them out. I mean, they're pretty dark. This may also explain the age placement of 70 to 77, as those in this group start thinking of the great infinity and beyond. Oh, death. These independent thinking, enigmatical water bearers with an airy fixed connection to individuality from the thought provoking Uranus, living on the motto, I universalize, having a strong sense of social justice and a mission to make the world a better place, may make their own world better with placement of certain stones, like Amazonite. Amazonite will further open the inspirational qualities of Aquarius, while the luster of aquamarine will qualify as a proponent in the releasing of emotion and natural combating of depression. Hematite holds importance for Aquarian as well, as it helps to set a firm grounding to allow the pull from the many influences of Uranus. And then the introduction of amber will help to calm any oncoming restlessness that they may experience. The quirky energy of Aquarius can be further empowered with use of certain colors like electric blue, silver gray, and the eccentric hues of fluorescence. Nature-bound Aquarians can find drawing from qualities in nature as well. Those born on January 21st can pull from the energy of birch trees, while those born between January 22nd and February 18th will find relatable energy when combining with the energies of Rowan and mountain ash trees. And if you're born on February 19th, you will enjoy the inspirational shade of ash. The often erratic yet eccentric Aquarian should be cautious of certain body areas like lower eggs, the lower legs, the ankles, as well as the circulatory system. Not the eggs, the legs. Furthermore, the erraticism of the Aquarian can find calm while listening to keys or compositions that contain D major or F sharp major. And of course, you can further validate your stance while in the presence of some of your commoners, like the childlike carefree Aries, to the variety driven spice of life Gemini, and of course the freedom thinking Libra. Or simply watch your missions brought to life vicariously through the fellow water bearers like basketball legend and huge supporter of Hanes underwear, Michael Jordan, singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran, that 70s show alum and producer Ashton Kutcher, Cry Me a River, Justin Timberlake, founding member of boy group One Direction Harry Styles, Portuguese soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo, hip-shaking singer-songwriter Shakira, singer-songwriter Khalid, Black Panther star actress Danai Gurira, artist and songwriter The Weeknd, the late XXXTentacion, reggae legend We Jammin', the late Bob Marley, and of course media mogul Oprah Winfrey, as well as many others. And with that, we are brought to a close on Aquarius. Did what you hear make sense? Did you hear anything new, or have you heard it all before? Either way, it would be great if you pounded that like button, and also be sure to share with friends. And of course, if you want to hear more from what this channel has to offer, be sure to go ahead and subscribe and follow. And don't forget to put on notifications so that you will be first in line when a new video is released. Stay tuned to more in-depth interpretations as we look at the astrological signs on a deeper level. And be sure to be on the lookout for our Aquarius series, where we take a look at what these water bearers are holding in their buckets. Can we uncover new things about your being or your personality, Aquarius? Well, stay tuned and find out. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates and information. And remember, Aquarius, the stars are always watching.